Hello world, good morning. Today I want to talk about choosing hard things. Choosing on purpose to do hard things. Wanting to do hard things. Why it's a good thing. Why would you want to? Well, there's a few reasons and we'll get into them. And it's something I want to talk about because I've seen a few things recently that actually kind of talk about this in a few different ways. And it has everything to do with some of what I've been talking about recently. Changing your habits, and like I talked about in the last video, of your unconscious and unconscious mind and your manual and automatic mind, as Myron Golden calls it, which I was right. I did remember correctly. That's what it was he called it. Choosing the hard thing now is part of the process, is the process for choosing to build your habit, to program for the automatic. Let me explain. One example with health. Is it easier to just continue eating the junk food, going to McDonald's, just ordering out every time, or harder to cook something at home? Well, hopefully that's a trick question, because it's actually not hard to cook at home. I mean, yeah, it takes some time, but once you get the hang of it, it's not hard. Let me revisit that. Once you get the hang of it, it's not hard. Things that appear hard now won't be hard later. That's the power of building habits. Okay, let's go back to the fast food. What do you think your life's gonna be like after a year, 2 years, or even just a couple of months? Well, I can tell you, I put on, was it like 100? Well, over 100 pounds. I don't remember how much. In months. Probably put on 50, 60 pounds in one occasion, and then the rest on another. Within a year, 2 years of moving back to the United States from Brazil. There are many reasons, most of them emotional and stress related. And my wife was in Brazil, I was here for a few months at a time, and every time I was eating on my own, and it was really easy to just go out and get junk food. It's fast. 8, 9, 7, 8 years later, I still have another 15, 20 pounds to go to get to where I started. See what I mean? You start with the easy thing, and your life becomes hard for a long time. That's one example. Money. Is it easier to sit down and make a budget, actually follow that budget once you've made it? Or just, whatever. I think I got this much I can spend this year, this month, today. I don't know how much I have, but I'll just go with it. Which one's easier? Now, fast forward a month. A bill comes. Is it easier to pay the bill if you budget properly and you set money aside? Or if you just kind of went with the feel of it and realized that, oops, didn't leave enough aside, now what do I do? How do I go get this money together that I need for this bill? Yeah, well, it was to help with things like that I created Budgets here, which I haven't mentioned here before, but I made this little calendar app that, a budgeting app that's a calendar to be able to see into the future, okay, if I spend this money today, what does it mean my account's going to look like in 2 days, 5 days, 10 days, 30 days? I guess I'll put a link down below to that. But point is, it's more work today to put your budget together, but it saves you so much trouble in the future. Okay? Get where I'm going with this? Choose today to do the hard things so that life will be easier tomorrow. Link that back to the habits we talked about, right? If you choose today to create good, healthy habits, brushing your teeth, taking your shower, going out for a walk, doing your exercise, those sorts of things, even when it gets really cold outside, it's a habit. And it'll be easier to just go do it. Even though it's normally would have thought to be a hard thing. Even if before you thought, oh, it's hard to go out and exercise, it's now an easier thing. Back to the food example. Once you get into the habit of grocery shopping, getting good healthy food, and eating proper healthy food, it gets easier to do because you've built the habit. And so many other things get easier in life too because you're healthier. I've actually seen some things going around about how, having one of the two people in your house not work but take care of the kids and make the food and things like that can actually save you money over having a second income. The exact numbers will depend on your situation, but I can easily see how that works. By the time you've spent the extra money on fast food, because it's actually more expensive, much more expensive to eat even cheap food than just get real food and make it yourself. Besides all the reasons your body doesn't like processed foods, just without getting all into that, just think about how animals eat, your body eats. Do you think your body was made expecting chemicals and junk? No. It expects things that come from nature. So, things that come from nature, it knows what to do with. Another topic, but an important one. But yeah, if you choose to do... I lost my train of thought. And you've witnessed it. Well, welcome to my life. All those you don't know me as well yet. You'll have video evidence of what I was talking about and how I got off on a tangent. But one of the promises I made to myself when I started these things is to just go through it, be me, be honest. And here I am, so I guess I'll go on. Maybe I'll leave a comment down below when I rewatch this and remember what I was talking about exactly. But point is, right? Even if you don't know how to do it perfectly, even if you mess up and make mistakes, great example, it's better to start now. Hopefully you've noticed that theme throughout some of these videos. And this is yet another reason why you should just start now. If you choose to do something now that feels hard for now, it won't be hard later. Life will get easier later. If you work now, you reap the rewards later. You plant the seeds now. You take care of them. Don't let them just sit fallow and die. You reap the fruits later. It takes work, but it's worth it. Okay, so my invitation for you today, think about something that feels hard. Feels like you can't do it, you don't know how you do it, or you just don't want to. Sit down, figure out one thing, think about it. What is that one thing that you can do today that will make your life easier tomorrow? And just do it. Just start. I promise you will see results faster than you think, but no matter how long they take, just keep it up. Keep doing it. And before long, you'll realize, wow, this thing is easier than I thought. My life is easier in this way than I thought. Then go find the next thing. Well, that's what I wanted to share for now. I'm glad that I started my walks and recordings when it was a bit warmer outside, but it's easier to be out here now that I made a habit of it. And I'm glad I'm here. Glad I have this opportunity to share some things that I've learned in my life. You know, do I know everything? Of course not. Do I know how everything applies to you? Nope. Go back to my video about taking advice. And guess that's what I got for now. So, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.